Okay, sorry. I was crying so much.
Paso, how's it going? Hey, just letting you know I'm taking live here this march.
Pull out and pull ahead.
Keep moving forward, guys. Thank you.
No necesitamos. Gracias. Sí, gracias.
Ah, no te me vas a perder.
Bring that light back.
Let's stop the forward practice. You have to decide. You sure?
Thank you, I appreciate it. Beto.
Family security. Right on, you got it. You sure you don't want this back? Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks. Let's go, guys. Come on, please. Get out the way. Thank you. You can help lead the way. That'll be a big help. You guys help push forward. Everybody appreciate it. What happened?
Show me.
Let's keep moving.
Heard you on the call today. Yeah. Is this everything you thought it would be so far?
I'm so proud of this community. This is when it counts. Eyes of the country are on us right now. No one tells our story better than we do. And to the lies that the President offered in the State of the Union, Paso being dangerous before a wall, we're the living proof. This is a safe community because we're good to each other. We treat one another with respect, with dignity. This is powerful, this is positive, this is peaceful, this is the best of the country.
We're walking fast, but I hear a lot of people chanting about running. I mean, where are you on that decision?
I ran this morning about 3 miles and feel awesome.
That's enough. Thank you all very much. Thank you all very much.
Any idea?
Right now we're focused on El Paso and the border.
Sorry guys.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you for being here.
We gotta get out of this.
Go ahead. He does want to talk to you. Thank you for taking your time.
What's the problem?
Speaks volumes about El Paso, about our desire to tell our own story, to debunk the lies that the president told about us, the truth of our lives, who we are, what we want this country to become. It's exciting. I'm so proud of El Paso.
Yeah, we need.
We're the example of the country, and I want this example to serve to ensure that our policies, our laws, the language that we use, all of that follows the lead that El Paso shows right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, open up a little bit.
They asked us to do it.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep you guys. It's too big.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go, guys. Keep moving forward.
¿Dónde quedó Fernando? No sé.
Adentro. Se me hace que allá adentro.
No, vaya, mira. ¿Quién iba a estar con Fernando? ¿Está allá? ¿Quién iba a estar con Fernando?
Deben de estar con él.
Get anything in?
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't know that I've gotten one.
Lo estuvieron corriendo.
Just kidding. There it is.
Yes. We're gonna make
I'll be dead in 20 years. You're still going to have to deal with this. This is you and your kids. And I said, let's not invite that once in a while. You're freedom of choice. If you don't feel the danger of your kids. And I said, and you guys are
Using our bridge across the country now.
Just walk and do it, okay?
I got your back. Yeah, I got your back.
Ready? You got him?
I got you. Yep, we're good.
2. This mile-long march in the shadow of the border is meant to be a celebration of El Paso, a protest, and a message to the president of El Paso and saying, stop lying about this commitment. But there's clearly one strong. Beto O'Rourke behind me. The crowd chanting, run, Beto, run. And they don't mean for sense.
Excuse me! Coming through! Coming through!
In the shadow of the border fence is meant to be a celebration of El Paso, a protest, and a message to the president. There are several different community groups putting this on, but there is also one putting this on. Beto O'Rourke surrounded by folks chanting, run, Beto, run. They don't mean for sense. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I mean, look at this. This is kind of amazing.
That's right. Yeah. Good to see you. Oh, come on. It's an honor to be doing this. Oh, makes me feel so good.
No te salte. Aquí me ves. Vamos, vamos.
I was there looking.
Good. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Instead of grab my mic here. I'm good, thank you, sir. Just keep being you know? Yeah. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
Paso proud!
So what brings you guys out here tonight?
We're just coming out to support Beto and support El Paso and the border city and show that we are not a violent city, we're loving. We want the best for everybody and we just want peace and happiness.
What's your name? Where you from?
Erica Lopez, E-R-I-K-A, from El Paso, Texas.
And what do you think of President being here tonight in your hometown?
Obviously I don't support him, I don't like what he stands for, and so that's why we're all here tonight, to show him what El Paso is really made of.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What do you think about the president being here tonight?
I think it was a mistake. He has no business here. He doesn't need to speak for us.
How you spell your name?
Michelle Lopez, L-O-P-E-Z.
Thank you.
Woo!
Eli.
How do you spell that?
E-L-I.
And what's your last name?
Hernandez.
How do you spell that?
H-E-R-N-A-N-D-E-Z.
And what do you do as a profession?
I'm a busboy at a Mexican restaurant.
Are you from El Paso?
Yeah.
Why are you out here tonight?
Beto helped my dad get his 100% from the military after years of struggling. We were able to get our house, move out of the valley, make a better life. So we appreciate everything we've done for him.
And what do you think about President Trump being here?
He has a very twisted view on our city, but that's his thing. I'll give no opinion on it. Let him be what it be.
All right, thanks, man.
No problem.
Thank you.
marching through the streets of El Paso. Over 1,000 supporters of Beto O'Rourke. They want him to run for president in 2020. And we're covering over 1,000 protesters here with President Trump in El Paso for his rally. Immigration advocacy groups have their own rally, marching through the streets.
I could show you if I know how to.
There have been multiple chants, Beto throughout this rally. Beto O'Rourke is marching with these immigration advocacy groups.
Didn't I just see Nika?
Nika, and I don't know where
Hey, bro.
Can you guys please walk me?
Sorry. Thank you.
Come on, keep it moving. Fuck yeah.
Pass the mural.
What's your name, sir?
Jesus Khalil.
How do you spell that?
J-A-S-U-S-J-A-L-I-L.
And are you from El Paso?
I'm from here in El Paso in Ciudad Juárez.
Okay, and why are you here today?
I'm just here to support the huge community here at the border who wants to put up their rights up there and speak up about what is happening right now with President Trump.
Yeah.
So supporting the community to speak up our ideals about humanity, and and the situation is going on at the border.
Do you live in El Paso?
I live here in Ciudad Juárez. I cross by every day.
Okay. And you live in Mexico?
What?
You live in Mexico and you come here every day?
Yeah, I live in Ciudad Juárez,
Okay.
but then my dad lives here, so I live in both places.
And what do you think about Trump being here today?
I mean, it's just a dishonesty that he's right now here like making arguments with no background or anything. He's just speaking up without any arguments.
Okay, thank you.
United will always be united. El Paso, united will always be united. Yeah!
What brings you guys out here today?
Hey, we gotta support Beto, we gotta support our community, El Paso. No walls, no walls.
And what's your name?
My name is Ruben Esquivel.
How do you spell that?
Ruben Esquivel.
And you are a Paso resident?
Yep, been here almost all my life.
And what do you think about President Trump being in here today?
I'm not very happy about it. I don't think he needs to be here. He's just trying to drum up more fear-mongering. That's all he's doing.
What do you think about the border situation right now?
I think our border is perfectly fine. I mean, if we just put more boots on the ground, just put more into just like people just to watch it, we don't need to put no wall up.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Never be divided. Not right now.
Can you keep walking, please?
Yes, sir.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep walking. At the park, at the park.
Hey, don't push the ladies, please. Don't push the ladies. Excuse me. Don't push the ladies.
La seguridad no se separe mucho, por favor.
Wait, is everybody going there?
They're going around.
Look, you see right here.
%.
John. Liddy. What group are you with? Fox? Yes. We're here just because we believe El Paso is a great community, and we want to make sure that people and around the country know that it's a safe place to be, and it's one of the best cities in the world.
And what do you think about President Trump being here today?
Well, he's right to be here just like everybody else, but I hope everyone will know that what he says is not true about El Paso, and that we have a lot of pride in our community. You better know what he's talking about before he spreads lies about people, because we're all united together.
What do you think about this rally here?
It's an amazing turnout. There's thousands of people here who are voicing positive things about El Paso and about the community that we live in, and we want people to know what a great place it is.
Can you say your name and spell it out?
John Linney, Linney.
And you're an El Paso resident?
Yes.
And what's your profession here?
I'm a communication specialist.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah,
Have a good day.
Raquel, R-A-Q-U-E-L.
The last name?
Cortez. Cortez. C-O-R-T-E-Z.
What do you think about today right now?
I'm sorry, what?
What's your thoughts on today?
This is awesome. A lot of peaceful protesters here marching for the truth. And that is really all we want.
What do you think about President Trump being here today?
Well, I wish he'd join us, and maybe he would learn something about speaking the truth. And
what do you think should happen at the border?
You know, I think we need to re-examine how we treat our immigrants and see where we go from there. And we are a great example for lots of things. Just not, not lies.
Thank you, ma'am.
That's horrible. Get it all out.
Whenever I do that, I will.
Would you like to be interviewed real quick, man?
Sure.
What's your name?
Bonnie D'Amico.
How do you spell that?
You have to be careful. A-M-I-C-O.
Where are you from?
I'm actually from Albany, New York, and I've been here for 10 years.
And what's your thoughts on today and President Trump being here?
I think he should have gone someplace else where he's welcomed, because he's not welcomed here.
Gotcha. And what are your thoughts on everybody rallying here today?
I think it's terrific. This is what democracy looks like.
All right, thank you, man.
You're welcome.
¿De quién es este niño hermoso? ¿Quién perdió este niño? Recuerden que estamos aquí para marchar por paz y no por paredes. Estamos aquí por la verdad. Bueno, hoy les doy una canción para que se pongan a llorar.
Away from the chain link fence.
Totally eating out of here. Bueno, ¿listos para llorar, sí o no? Ahí les doy una de Vicente.
Por favor, venga al stage, aquí lo tenemos. Aquí lo tenemos, acérquense al stage.
I jumped in.
que necesitamos. Nosotros, los que hemos estado aquí por mucho tiempo, sabemos que no necesitamos muros, porque no funciona. ¡Mentiras, Trump! Y aquí se habla Spanglish, aquí hablamos inglés y hablamos español. Y el pueblo unido jamás ha vencido. ¡El pueblo unido! ¡Jamás será vencido! ¡El pueblo unido! ¡Jamás será vencido! ¡El pueblo unido! ¡Jamás será vencido! ¡El pueblo unido! ¡Jamás! We are about to start this rally and we have 5 speakers that are key. They have been fighting and advocating for human rights for a long, long time. No more walls. When I count to 3, 1, 2, 3. No more lies, no more walls, 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 no more lies, no more walls. Sí, estamos aquí para demostrarles quiénes somos en realidad en El Paso y no vamos a caer en provocaciones. Nosotros somos gente amable, somos gente fuerte, somos gente trabajadora y estamos aquí. We are calling again on the speakers, please come back to the stage. A los speakers, a los oradores, por favor.
En el africano, yo nací en América y no veo por qué yo no he de ser americano. Porque América es todo el continente. América, yo soy de América.
Hacemos un llamado para que Claudia Jolie, la congresista Verónica Escobar y nuestro queridísimo Rubén García. Because this is how we do it. This is how they start to learn how democracy looks like. And this is how democracy looks like. We are not, it's not because of the wall, but it's because of the immigrants and the interaction they have with law enforcement agencies. They trust them. El Paso está presente. Se ve, se siente, El Paso está presente. Se ve, se siente, El Paso está presente. Beto, 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 Beto. Queremos reconocer a toda la gente que nos acompaña aquí. We're gonna have to give her, in a few minutes, another amazing round of applause because I forgot about the national anthem and I know that you guys want to sing it. So, we have here Orlando Antonio Jimenez. He's coordinating the trips for the migrants that are seeking political asylum, and he is here in unity with us to sing the national anthem. So let's give it up for Orlando.
Muchas gracias, Gabriela. Thank you to the Border Network. Thank you so much for having me. Este himno se lo dedico a todos los inmigrantes hoy. Normalmente lo hago a los veteranos, pero hoy, en esta ocasión, se la dedico a todos los inmigrantes que buscan lo que yo y muchos de nosotros ya tenemos, el sueño americano. I dedicate this to all of the immigrants. Normally I dedicate it to all the veterans, but today, on this occasion, I dedicate this national anthem to all the immigrants who are looking for what some of us already have, and that's the American dream. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
part of your community and someone who represents the reason that we're all here in community together today. Someone who reflects the best of what it means to be a part of the diverse makeup of this beautiful country that we all call home. She is from Venezuela.
Claudia Jolie Ferla, I'm a proud product. Because of the values of El Paso, I stand in front of you as a feminist, a luchadora, a reproductive justice warrior, a proud and loud queer Latina, and a change maker. El Paso is the community that will change the narrative and that will tell the real story of the border, a story of dreams. And so when this man comes into mine, yours, our community, our comunidad, to tell us anything and everything like lies and hate, I am reminded of the root of my power, my mother's love, my mother's dreams. And together, in comunidad, we have the power to also fight back. Because when they hurt one of us, they hurt all of us. So when this man comes, abolish CVP. And when this man holds dreamers like me hostage over a needless wall, we tell him, chinga tu muro. Fuck your wall. Into our community, to tell us that our children belong in cages, that our families should be separated, and that our naturalized citizen parents do not belong in voting booths, we say we are here to stay. We are here to fight. Raise your fist up with me, El Paso. Raise them proud and loud, because today we're sending a loud message to the rest of the world. Repeat after me. I am somebody. And I deserve full equality. Right here. Right now. My mother is somebody. And she deserves full equality. Right here. Right now. I love you, El Paso.
Que están viviendo escondidos en nuestras comunidades, no solamente aquí, pero a través de nuestro país, por el miedo que sigue creciendo en este país. Their children had been taken away. And as they talked about the experience, they eventually got to the moment when they were being detained, and that moment when their children were taken away from them. And one of the dads said that when his bring to an end, the reason we are here today, we are here so that as one voice, we can say, words matter. Words matter. That when we read that it says,
between our beautiful mountains and our beautiful neighbor, Ciudad Juárez, Mexico. I stand here before my people, before my family, a proud fronteriza. And you know what? The pride that you all show our beautiful community uplifts me every single day, and I want to thank you for that. Because you know, El Paso, we have had a very difficult 2 years. A very painful 2 years. And El Paso has been politics that have prevented legal asylum seekers from seeking refuge on this very soil. Politics of cruelty that have imprisoned children in tents in Tornillo. You know, Ruben mentioned the Statue of Liberty. And when we were kids and we opened up our school books and we saw the Statue of Liberty, she was iconically American. You know what else is iconically American? The border is iconically American. The border is iconically American.
Listen, let's welcome one of our leaders, one of our national figures, el compañero Beto O'Rourke. El Paso. I am so proud of this community at this defining moment of truth. Where the eyes of this country are on us now, here we are at the center of the U.S. Mexico border, at the center of the conversation about the future of the border, of immigration, of our relationship with Mexico. Yes. And it is going to be the people of the border, those of us who live here, the fronterizos who call El Paso and Ciudad Juárez home, the largest binational community in the Western Hemisphere, who will write the next chapter in the history of this great country, who will ensure that our laws and our language and our leaders match our values, our experience, and what we know to be great for this great country. I want to thank the organizers today who made this happen, whose lead we are following right now. Border Network for Human Rights. Do you want to know why El Paso is one of the safest cities anywhere in this country? And why it's been one of the safest cities for 20 years counting? It's not because of walls. It's not because of militarization. It's because of organizations like BNHR,
who work with the community, who work with the most vulnerable in this community, who connect with law enforcement and make sure that we peacefully resolve our differences, that we treat every single one of us as a human being with the dignity and respect that they deserve. That's what makes us safe here in El Paso. I want to thank Annunciation House. To those who have fled the most violent countries in this hemisphere, in the world, leaving violence and brutality and death and murder, doing what any single one of us faced with the same situation would do if we were in their place. They, when they come here at their most desperate and vulnerable moment, perhaps separated, perhaps their children kept in cages, at the moment of reunification, with not a penny to their name, no prospect to look forward to, it is Annunciation House that looks after them, that welcomes them into their shelters to show them this country at its absolute best. To the El Paso Women's March, to Claudia Yoli, to Wendy Davis, to Veronica Escobar, the best member of Congress this community has ever seen, the best member of Congress out there. I am so proud and grateful to stand with all of you. And I'm so grateful that every single one of you came out here tonight. You make El Paso proud, and you make this country proud. And as we march with Fernando and Ruben and Veronica and Linda and everybody here to Chaleo Acosta Park, I want to make sure that we march in the most positive, the most powerful, and the most peaceful way possible. Let's be good to one another and good to everyone we meet. We'll see you over there at the park. Thank you all.
Okay, let's go back.
Move back.
Move back.
Move back.
That way, that way. We're moving back.
Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Immigrants are welcome here.
Right on. Well, thank you for being out here tonight. Yeah, it's good to see you. Behind you? We'll see. Yeah, Henry, tell us what's going on.
a traitor!
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Order law has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Order law has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! The border law has got to go! Hey, hey! United!
There is no bargain in which we can sacrifice some of our humanity to gain a little more security. We know that we deserve and will lose both of them if we do. We stand for the best traditions and values of this country, for our fellow humanity, and who we are when we are at our best, and that's El Paso, Texas. Please here, see us. We stand for the Constitution of the United States of America and against emergency national security declarations that would allow the president to subvert an equal branch of government, build a wall when we do not need it, 1.6 million apprehensions of the George W. Bush administration, a little more than 300,000 apprehensions last year. And you know who we are apprehending? Kids, children, if they are lucky, they're there with their moms or dads, walking 2,000 miles, if they're lucky, atop, not inside of a train known as the Beast or La Bestia, surviving every manner of depredation, and those who prey on human misery. And here, their most vulnerable and desperate moments, they want to make sure they have found the right place. That 243 years into this great an idea that is America, we will not take advantage of them. We will not send them back to certain death. We will not believe that walls can or should keep them out. Instead, we welcome them with open arms. This, the wealthiest, the most powerful country on the face of the planet, can meet this moment in our obligations to one another and be all the stronger for it. Together, we are making a stand for the truth against lies and hate and ignorance and intolerance. We are going to show the country who we are. The president describes Mexican immigrants as rapists and criminals. We have the chance to tell him and the country, immigrants commit crimes, including violent crimes, than do Americans who were born in this country. El Paso has been the safest city in the United States of America, not in spite of the fact that we're a city of immigrants, but because we are a city of immigrants. We're going to make a stand to ensure that we live up to our promise, to our potential, to our purpose as a country. So it's not just those things that we are against, which we must stop, like this wall. It is also the things that we want to replace that with. Those things which we are for. Number one, let's make sure that as they leave the deadliest places on the planet, that we make way and make room for those asylum seekers who are coming to this country. Meet our obligations under U.S. and international law and do the right thing. 2, let's ensure that no dreamer ever again fears deportation from this, their home country. Make every single one of them U.S. citizens so they can contribute to their full potential. And their parents, the original dreamers, let's make sure that they stay here as well on a path to citizenship, contributing all they've got to this city's, this state's, and this country's greatness, and the millions who labor in the shadows, the most back-breaking work that man can invent. Let's pull them out into the sunshine. Let's allow them to live with dignity for themselves and their families. Let's ensure that their genius remains here in the United States, making us a stronger, a safer, and a more successful country by their very presence. And to the legitimate concerns about security and safety, knowing full well that the vast majority, everything that ever comes to the United States crosses through one of our ports of entry. To end the scourge of illegal drug trafficking and the trafficking in human beings, let's invest in the infrastructure, the technology, and the personnel at the ports of entry to improve our quality of life and make this a safer country. And then let's do this. The words that we use have extraordinary power. When we describe asylum seekers as though they are animals, when we refer to immigrants as an invasion, when we conflate dreamers with members of MS-13, not only are we spreading lies, committing an injustice, but the policies and the practices that do not surprise us. When we take little children, babies, from their mothers and fathers, the U.S. Mexico border at their most desperate moment, when we put that child in a cage, turn that parent over to the Department of Justice, then to ICE for deportation, commit cruelty, tantamount to torture upon that young child, follows the rhetoric that we use. Let's make sure we refer to our human beings, our fellow human beings, with kindness, with respect, with dignity. Let's not be afraid of our own shadow, who we are. Let's own this moment and the future and show the country there is nothing to be afraid of when it comes to the U.S. Mexico border. In other words, let's make sure that our laws, our language, and our leaders reflect our values, who we are, our experience, what we know, to do great things for this country. Because I tell you what, I know that we can do it, and I know that we must do it. The eyes of history, the judgment of the people of the future, our kids and grandkids and the generations that will succeed them are looking back at this moment to see what we do as we define ourselves and this country. I know that we have the power because I've seen it before. On Father's Day this last year, when we learned that this president was taking kids, taking babies from their moms and dads, all of us came down to Tornillo to bear witness, to testify to our fellow Americans about what was being done in their name. And together, we were able to stop that cruel practice. As kids remained locked up in Tornillo, knowing not when or even if they were going to see that mom and dad who risked everything, including their lives, for that little kid. So many of you kept vigil outside those gates to make sure that the rest of the country understood what was happening. You formed the pressure that developed the political will to put an end to it. And as of tonight, Tornillo is closed and out of business. There's not a single child there anymore. And you made it happen. And when ICE...
Well, do you like this man?
Si se puede! Si se puede! Si se puede! On Christmas Eve, when you learned that these asylum seekers held by CBP, turned over to Immigration and Customs Enforcement, had been dumped the Greyhound bus station in downtown El Paso, not a single dime on them, with no food to eat, with little kids who were sick and needed help and medical attention. You all came downtown on Christmas Eve. You brought your families with you. You showed the kindness and the generosity which distinguishes El Paso and will every single day going forward. So at this moment, if there's any doubt about whether together we can make a stand, the generations that follow us will be grateful for. Have no doubt. We have done it before. We are made of great stuff. This community produces great people. We are the example that the United States of America needs right now. Desde aquí, yo veo el futuro de este país, la promesa de este país tan poderosa, tan positiva, y yo tengo tanto orgullo ser paseño fronterizo con ustedes.
Sí, pero no ando buscando la entrada para adentro, ando buscando para donde se va a pasar el camión.
This is where we make our stand, and there's no other place I'd rather be, and no one else I'd rather do it with. I love you, El Paso. The country's counting on us. Let's do it.
You didn't say it.
Love you, El Paso. Jim Ward and Emily Davis to follow. We'll see you out there.
Everyone's speech is pale in comparison to Obama's, and I know I shouldn't compare, but it's so hard.
We have tremendous sanctions from our friends, but we have our hostages back. We have coming back.
Woo!